In the previous video, when we created helloworld2.html and when we tried to click the button, the browser was not responding to the clicks. It was just sitting idle. What I want is, I want the browser to refresh the HTML file. I want the browser to get new content from the server and refresh it in the browser, but that was not happening. So to make it happen in HTML, there is one more tag called form tag. So let us add a form tag. I'm enclosing the combo box and a button inside the form tag. Let us do some indentation so that it is clear. So inside form tag we have a combo box and a button. Now let us save this as a different file in the same folder. Save as type is all files, and this is helloworld3.html. So this is saved in the same folder, demo folder in E drive. Form tag has two attributes. One is action attribute, the other is method attribute. Action attribute specifies the URL of the web page to which the form contents should be posted. So let us write the URL. Since we cannot remember the URL, what we'll do is we'll open IIS, we'll open the previous HTML file, we'll browse it. Let us copy the URL of the previous file. Let us close this. Now paste the URL here. Let us rename this helloworld2 to helloworld3. So action attribute specifies the URL of the web page to which the form contents should be posted, and method attribute can contain two values. One is get, the other is post. We'll see when get is required and when post is required, but as of now we will write get. By default, if you don't write any value for method attribute, then it is by default get. So now since we added form tag, what will happen is when you click the button, the browser will try to refresh the contents of the browser. It will try to retrieve the content from the server and it will update the browser. Let us save this. Now let us go to IIS. Let us refresh it. Now here we have helloworld3.html. Now browse the helloworld3.html. So this is our helloworld3.html. Now here we have a combo box and a button. Beside the button we have the text you selected. Now what we'll do is we'll go to the HTML file, we'll add a break statement so that it is displayed next to the button, not beside the button. Save it, go to IIS, refresh it, select helloworld3, select browse. Now the text you selected is below the button. Fine. What was our motive of this video? Our motive was, when I click the button after selecting an item in the combo box, I want the browser to refresh the contents of the browser. Now let us select an item. I am selecting DF. Click the button. See here. Now you can see some flickering effect happening in the browser. This is because browser is trying to refresh the contents of the browser. It is retrieving the contents from the server, that is IIS, and updating the browser, whereas this was not happening previously in hello world 2.html. Let us try to open hello world 2.html from here itself. So this was our hello world 2.html. Select an item, click. See here, browser is not refreshing, it is just sitting idle. There is no flickering effect. Whereas in hello world 3, select an item. See here, we are able to clearly see the flickering effect. This is because browser is updating the browser. It is trying to retrieve the content from the server and updating the browser. This is all happened because of form tag in HTML. But even though we are updating the content in the browser by retrieving the content from the server, that is IIS, the item that we have selected is not being displayed. For that to happen, we have to use a new technology called ASP. ASP stands for Active Server Pages. What exactly ASP does is, it will help you to add content at runtime to the existing web page dynamically. That is, some new content can be added to the web page by using ASP. So the new page will not be exactly like the previous page. It will have some new content when we use ASP. So we'll learn about ASP in the next video. Thank you.